Welcome. This is going to be our bottom top mobility sequence. We are going to start with the foot. The foot is known as the tripod, where the calcaneus and the fifth met and the first met form a triangle. However, the tripod of the foot is dependent on what I call the rear foot tripod, which is the relationship between the calcaneus, the cuboid, and navicular. In this sequence, we're going to joint floss or mobilize those joints in a specific order. We're going to start with the calcaneus. We're going to step one leg forward slightly and we're going to come to the lateral blade of our foot. When we're on the lateral blade of our foot, this is called inversion, and the plantar surface is mostly vertical. Then we're going to roll across the calcaneus to the first metatarsal. Now, as we do that, we have to make sure that we protect our knee. So we're going to gently pull up our kneecap by activating our quadricep muscles as we go from lateral blade, medial blade, lateral blade, medial blade, lateral blade, inversion, medial blade, eversion. Good. Now we're going to come to the cuboid. So we're going to come onto the lateral blade and we're going to lift our heel about a half an inch off the ground. And we're going to gently surge into our heel, into our fifth metatarsal, so that the heel just comes to the ground. And this is a very gentle surge. I'm going to give you a side shot of what that looks like. Good. Next, we're going to come to ball of foot. Heel again slightly off the ground. We're going to have our knee travel over our ball of foot as we gently surge into the first metatarsal and the navicular. So what we're looking for is this elongation of the plantar arch. That's called the longitudinal arch. And we're just surging into that longitudinal arch. This is part of the pronation phase. Now we're going to put all that together. And what we're going to do is we're going to come to the lateral blade of our foot, knee close impact. Then we're going to allow our knee to bend as we come up to fifth, fourth, third, second, first, down through the first. We're in eversion, back to the calcaneus, and then we'll load the calcaneus back across again. And that becomes a circle. All the while, when we come back, we close and pack the knee. What we're looking for here is eventually, we want to incrementally load our calcaneus so that we can take more weight through this motion. And then we'll come to the other side. Close and pack the knee, lateral blade, inversion, eversion, inversion, eversion, inversion, eversion, inversion, eversion, lateral blade, pulse into the cuboid, good. Come to the first metatarsal head, pulse into the navicular, and then that becomes a circle. Now, the reason why this is so important, if we think about the 5 primary kinetic chains, the calcaneus is related to the deep longitudinal. This is our strike, this is our absorption. Load transfers to the cuboid, which is related to our pelvic stability of the lateral kinetic chain. And as we come across the navicular is where we get our propulsion from, which sets up for our hip flexion, the swing phase. And so this rear foot tripod is very important.